I've got a problem. I've got a gas boiler. What do I do?
Well, carry on using it for the time being. Probably check your flow control, make sure that the boiler's not pumping out heat that's not required, won't make your home any warmer, but that's a sensible thing to do. And for the time being, that is it. There are other options coming down the line, including heat pumps and potentially things like us mixing hydrogen into your gas boiler as well, which is not something you have to do anything about. It would just happen behind the scenes.
I understand you have a gas boiler as well, or at least you don't have a heat pump yet. What are your own plans? Because obviously you've got to practice what you preach, Mr. Shapps.
That's it. In fact, on the, I think it's the 17th of this month, anyway, coming up this month, I've got people looking to survey the house from one of the energy companies to see about whether heat pumps can work. And so, sort of living the dream, as it were, or I'm hoping to. We'll see what happens when they come around my house. The measures today are about 1,000 pages of different measures, all to do with our energy security, because we've been hauled over the coals by Putin's war in Ukraine. It's hit us all hard. The government has ended up paying around half of the typical energy bill this winter. The plan today is to power Britain from Britain, and all the different measures that we're going to take to make sure that can happen in the future.
It's going to cost us, isn't it?
It's both a cost and potentially a huge market. So this is something I wouldn't expect most of your viewers to know about. But there's something called carbon capture, utilization and storage. It's a method of capturing carbon and then storing it largely under the sea, actually in the old oil and gas locations. And if we probably have the ability to store billions, if not trillions of pounds worth of other people's carbon in those locations. So you say it's going to cost us. Actually, it could be a massive market. That's an export, like, for Britain, as big as, even bigger than oil and gas has been for us since the 70s.
Except there were two key words. Forgive me, there were two key words used there, probably and could be, which suggests that this is a bit of a gamble. And indeed, a lot of experts are warning that this isn't even proven technology that you are backing here, and it might not work out.
So we're putting £20 billion into that. Today I'm announcing the locations where those programs are going to get going. But we know that you can actually do this. It's technically possible to do. Yes, there are lots of practical implications of doing it, but it could be a market worth trillions of pounds. To put this into perspective, we've got space to store about 78 billion tonnes of carbon, and that would be enough for the whole of Europe's carbon for 250 years. That could bring in a lot of money to the UK. So yes, it's not that you're absolutely right. There's development to go on this. A bit like where I am today at the UK Fusion Centre. I'm at Callum, where fusion could be one of the future solutions to our energy security. Now, you're right, we're not there yet, but if we can get there, and Britain has a leading role in this, then we can bring energy security to every single one of your viewers, and we'll never have a Putin hold us to energy ransom again.
And